fun all day. I love this. So does it seem like every time you turn on the TV, you know, in the middle of the night, staying up late, those infomercials telling you how to get rich quick? Do they work? I don't know, but this is pretty unbelievable. My next guest says the only way to make money in the market today is to be educated about it, and he gives us the proper tools to do so. But he also gives a 12-year-old the proper ways to do it. So ladies at home, if a 12-year-old can do the stock market, so can we. Right? So joining us from Online Trading Academy is, we've got Vincent Rowe with us, and then we also have his top student, as I said, 12-year-old Jean Paul Pigeon. I love him. Okay, so first I want to find out though, because I really want to, this is an adult class. So before we talk to Jean Paul, I want to talk to you, Vince.
Sure.
And I want you to tell me a little bit about exactly what your class is and who it's aimed towards.
Well, it is predominantly aimed towards those people that want to become self-directed asset managers. A lot of people put their money with other people and they trust them. But you know, my premise is that who better to manage your money than yourself? And so what we do is we teach individuals how to do this themselves, dispel all the myths, and give them an education. There's a lot of knowledge, but you know, knowledge doesn't mean you have skills.
This is very true. But when you're sitting in your class, you look around, and you know, you've got a housewife, you've got maybe a father who comes and he wants to maybe retire and manage his own money, or maybe be a day trader sitting in his pajamas all day, right?
Right, that's correct. And that's the reason why I dress like this is that because as a trader, this is how you live your life. And those are the types of things you got to do, is that sometimes you're good at things and you recognize that you're not good at things. That's why we have partner seats, because you might be good at technical analysis and your partner might be good at the execution of trades.
Let me just tell you what you just sounded like to me. And maybe you women at home are smarter than me, but he sounded like this. Wah, 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 wah. Charlie Brown's teacher, okay? And that's really what I thought was interesting about our next guest. We got Jean Paul. So Jean Paul, 12-year-old, walks into your class and says, "Hi, I'm signing up for this class." Do you look at him and you say, "Okay, I didn't know we were teaching children"?
Well, the thing with Jean Paul is that I actually saw Jean Paul first. He was on stage with Robert Kiyosaki. And so I approached him and said, you know, how about thinking about a different way of investing in the markets? And so what we did is we made arrangements for him to come to one of my classes. And, you know, we didn't know whether he was going to do good or not. And wow.
Wow. Okay, now let's get to Jean Paul. Okay, Jean Paul, you are now trading right now, actively trading.
Yes.
You wake up in the morning, a half an hour, you get in your business suit, and you trade. You literally get on and you are, this is real time. You can see the screen, it's moving. These are the markets that are moving very fluidly right now.
Yeah.
Why don't you wake up and have your Wheaties and go to school like everybody else?
Well, for me, what I like about trading is that I want to learn and I want to be able to take control of my financial future. I don't want to have to depend on somebody else or somebody else to manage my money when I get older. I feel that if I train myself now, then I'll be able to manage my money more smartly in the future.
You will be, and manage my money too, okay? So I asked you earlier, I remember we met yesterday, and I'm saying the most impressive kid I have ever met in my life. He is brilliant, and this is legit, okay? And he also can really break it down for me. I said, literally, when I look at this screen that you just showed me, it seems insurmountable to me. I can actually do this. You said when you walked in the class, you said the same thing.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be this crazy brilliant person. You can break this screen down.
Yeah, when I first walked into OTA, I looked at the screen and I said, wow. I mean, like, it was so hard for me to think that I would, in 7 days, be able to grasp all this. And so, especially the level 2 was the most amazing thing, with the colors flashing, and I'm like, whoa, what's happening?
Everything that's on there is flashing, but you were able to, step by step, via this class, and also, you know, via a lot of the people in the class, like you said, the partnering up, you were able to, with your mom was in there a couple times. Actually, she told us she messed you up a few times. But to actually learn how to trade. Now, you do virtual trading, but this is real money. I mean, this is like real money if you were really going to be doing this.
Right.
It's monopoly money, but it's real active. You're on the stock market. You're seeing things move, and you explained to me how to short. And that's how you made your first money, was shorting.
Yes.
Okay, explain it quickly to us. In the way you did yesterday with me, it was very simple.
All right. What you do when you short is you take shares from a brokerage house.
Okay.
And you sell them to Tom. All right?
Yes.
So it's kind of like a credit card account they haven't paid off yet.
Yes. Oh, how did you know? Okay.
Later, you buy those shares back at a lower price.
Okay,
And you
when
say,
the market
"Here."
moves.
Yes.
Right.
And you say, here, Mr. Brokerage House, I borrowed these shares, I'm returning them to you.
Yes, at a
That's-
lower price, and you're going to give me
Right.
money back.
And I pocket what was the difference in between what I sold them for and what I bought them for.
Okay, now explain it to me how you really explained it to me yesterday, how I knew how really it works, like eBay.
Okay, it's like eBay, kind of like where you can buy it here and you can sell it at.
So I go to off of Saks, Fifth Avenue, or whatever, one of those, and I buy a purse that's considerably reduced, and then I go onto eBay and I sell it for considerably more, and then I pocket the change. That's
right.
what shorting is, right?
Right.
And but by the way, I didn't make that. He told me that yesterday, so it's not like he's a genius. Now I brought a pair of Manolo Blahniks, okay, and I would like to know in 8 years how I can have 10 pairs of these without having to spend my money.
Wow.
Wouldn't you all love that, ladies? Okay, so really seriously, could I make money? I mean, with knowing nothing about the stock exchange, I could make money.
Yes. When I walked into OTA, I knew nothing about the stock market.
Okay.
So I walked in and from all that I know is from OTA, and so that's how I learned the stock market. And so anyone with, even if they don't know anything about the stock market,
even if they only know about Manolo Blahniks.
Yes.
And you're writing a book for us, right?
Yes.
And it's going to be out in March. I read it last night, a copy of it. It is a way to understand a lemonade stand and how to really make money off of it as a child.
Yeah.
And it's via you and your brother, who is an adorable little kid also.
Yes.
Sean Michael. So how proud are you? I mean, as the professor of this class, it is pretty unbelievable.
Right. Well, I think it's unbelievable just with adults. Because Jean Paul comes to it with a fresh mind. A lot of people are tainted in the markets, you think, with all this garbage that's in the market, or red light, green light, black box, like you mentioned.
Right.
And so they think this is the key to their financial future. But the reality is it's going to take education. It's going to take you engaging the markets and understanding some of those simple things that others will tell you that this is complicated. It's really not.
So a mom at home, a single girl sitting here with a pair of very expensive shoes can learn this too.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we prove it to you. I mean, we do it all the time. We have lots and lots of graduates that come through this that are doing quite well.
Okay, well, I think the most proof, though, is right here in my hand. I'm going to tell you why. You did this for me last night. I asked you to get me these numbers.
Yes.
Jean Paul got me these numbers. I said if he were a grown man, even though you act like one, that if he were to be working on a yearly basis, he would be making nearly $500,000, exactly $432,000. He trades a half an hour a day. If it was real money, this is the real money he has made on pretend. But this is the real market he would be trading if it were his money that he was investing. Yearly salary would be nearly $500,000. His hourly wages, ladies and gentlemen, that breaks down to 200 bones. So for literally a half an hour, he makes $200. How amazing is that? I mean, and monthly, $36,000. Yes! That's his mother and his brother you just saw. And you know what? I want to thank you so much. I truly want to tell you that last night I went home and thought, you are such an inspiration to me, because if you can learn it, I know that I can, and I have no excuses to not manage my own money. Seriously, so thank you so much. You're a very bright child, and I really wish you the best of luck in your future.
Thank you.
You are an amazing young man.